What is your reaction to the ban, and what does it do?
It's not a surprise. I think everybody has expected it for some time. It's taken a while, but I think it was expected. What it does is it ensures that the systems, communication systems, can't be trapped and backdoored by a Chinese company. That said, it doesn't solve all of the problems of security of telecommunications networks, in the sense that systems can still be attacked from outside the systems and by intelligence agencies in China or other places. So there will have to be a continuing effort to protect the security of telecommunications systems well into the future. But this is a big step to make sure that the system itself is not inherently backdoored or trapped.
Speaking to Ward Elcock, the former director of CSIS, Canada's spy agency, Mr. Elcock, does this confirm that the government believes that Huawei and ZTE are security risks and are companies that can be used for espionage by the Chinese government?
It would be pretty hard to suggest that they could not be used by the Chinese government. It does confirm the government has accepted that position, and it makes sense for them to do so. I would have been surprised if they had done anything else.
In your position, you would now expect some kind of Chinese retaliation for this. What kind of potential retaliation might there be?
I wouldn't be surprised if there were Chinese retaliation. We have seen Chinese retaliation in other circumstances. It is likely that there will be some sort of retaliation. What that will be is pretty hard to guess, but it could come in almost any form. Think of the sudden announcement that China will now accept our vegetable oils,
canola,
canola, which they had said they would not accept for some time. Clearly, they've done that because they've read the tea leaves and understand that cooking oils are going to be in short supply in the near future, and so they want access to Canadian canola, but they'd used it as a mechanism to punish us earlier, even though they had claimed that there were problems with the crop itself.
In the last number of years, the telecom companies here have spent close to $700 million on Huawei technology. Is there a concern that Huawei's already had backdoors implanted on that side? And was the delay in making this decision, Ward Elcock, a strain on the Five Eyes relationship or on our allies there?
I doubt that it was a huge strain. I suspect that there was some pressure for us to make the decision, but there has not been any. Huawei has been essentially out of contention for some time now. So I don't think that we would have at this point been getting much pressure from our allies, although they would have liked to see the decision taken, I'm sure. But even the British took some time to actually make the decision on Huawei, so I don't see this as a huge relationship problem.
But it's finally happened. Okay, the former CSIS Director,
yes.
Ward Elcock, sir, always a pleasure to have you. Again, giving us some pretty quick, immediate reaction to, but as you wisely said, not a surprising decision, but boy, it took a while.